Hello everyone, welcome back to the new video of Manzil. So today I have come up with some important English words and their meaning. Let's begin. The first one is cynical, which is an adjective which means contemptuously distrustful or human nature and motives. Next is chunk, which is a noun which means a part of something, especially a large part. Next is ominous, which is a noun which means giving the worrying impression that something bad is going to happen. Next one is wrath, which is a noun which means extreme anger. The next one is predicaments, which is a noun which means a difficult, unpleasant or embarrassing situation. Next one is compliance, which is a noun which means the act of obeying an order, rule or request. Next one is callous, which is an adjective which means feeling or showing no sympathy for others. Next one is siege, which is a noun which means invading and taking control by force, यानी कि कब्जा करना. Next is conflict, which is a noun which means a serious disagreement or argument, typically a protracted one. Next one is repatriation, which is a noun which means the return of someone to their own country. Next is tweak, which is a verb which means to make a minor alteration. Next is prop up, which is a phrasal verb which means to give help, encouragement or support to someone. Next is ailing, which is an adjective which means experiencing difficulty and problems. Next is exchequer, which is a noun which means the funds of a government or institution or individual. Next is envisaged, which is an adjective which means contemplate or conceive of as a possibility or a desirable future event. Next is laudable, which is an adjective which means of an action, idea or aim deserving praise and commendation. Next is plagues, which is a verb which means cause continual trouble or distress to. And the next is a phrasal verb which is set aside. The meaning of set aside is to discard or reject something. Next is edifices, which is a noun which means a complex system of beliefs. Next is leeway, which is a noun which means freedom to act within particular limits. Next is perks, which is a noun that is an extra benefit. Next is trickle down, which is a phrasal verb which means to have an effect gradually or after a long time. Next is hampered, which is a verb which means hinder or impede the movement or progress of. Next is enclaves, which is a noun which means a portion of territory surrounded by a larger territory whose inhabitants are culturally or ethnically distinct. Next is demography, which is a noun which means the study of population. The study of population is known as demography. Next one is accentuated, which is a verb which means make more noticeable and prominent. Next is alienation, which is a noun which means the action of causing to become unfriendly. Next is deliberate, which is a verb which means to think or talk seriously and carefully about something. Next is precarious, which is an adjective which means not safe or uncertain. Next is heavy hand, which is a phrase which means a way of dealing with people that is very harsh or severe and often unfair. Next word is buttressed, and the last word of today, which means to support or strengthen. So that's all for today. Hope so you have learned something new today. All the words are very important from the exam point of view, and also you can use these words in your daily life. Stay tuned for more such videos. Thank you so much.